Okay, so welcome to Jellies, where tonight is cilantro lime rice. And I know some of the burrito people like Moe's sell or have cilantro lime rice. And I love the stuff because I love cilantro, I love lime, I love rice. Well, I got some of theirs the other day and I tried it on the side, and theirs is a lot different than what I do. So if you're looking for Moe's, this might not be what they do because theirs has a lot less cilantro and a little less lime. I think they're a little light on both, but now they're putting it on burritos. I'm not, or I haven't. What I do with it is a side dish, and I really think you'll like this recipe. It's really good. It's simple as it can be. And works great with stuff like fish tacos, which is what I'm doing tonight. I'm not going to try and video my fish tacos. That'll be another show because they're excellent. And they go really well with the cilantro lime rice. I do them in the Ninja. I'm going to do the cilantro lime rice in the Instant Pot. And we're going to do, oh, and one other thing. I use coconut water in this particular recipe, and water, not milk. And one reason I have this sitting out here is so you can see. This is coconut milk, and this is coconut water, and you may already know this. But my point is, they're totally different. Now, I do use this in some stuff, in fact, some rice, but not in cilantro lime. Now, you may find it works, but to me, I just wanted kind of a hint of coconut. I don't want it so strong that it kind of overpower stuff. So anyhow, I'm going to get this started. We're going to get my cilantro lime rice videoed, and then I may try and get my fish tacos up tonight too. I'm going to try and get them videoed tonight, and I think you'd be impressed with both. But right now, it's about the cilantro lime rice. So y'all hang on, and I will be right back. Okay, so here's a little closer look. I just want to show it, and I'm sure y'all probably saying, Jelly, we know this, but coconut milk, a lot different product than coconut water, and I use coconut water in this recipe. So that being said, the next thing, how I do it is, this is 2 cups of basmati rice, and I put both cups of basmati rice in, and then I hit saute. Now I'm not going to do saute like a pilaf, or I'm not going to try and really brown my rice. So I'm going to go all the way to less, and then I'm really doing nothing. I'm going to turn that off, but I'm really doing nothing but just heating my rice and 2 tablespoons of that oil, just so the rice will absorb it. I'm not trying to brown it. All I'm doing is getting the rice hot where it'll absorb a little bit of that oil. And then I'll add this entire container. And I know that sounds like a lot, but that's 33 ounces, so it's 2 to 1. It's 2 parts coconut water to 1 part basmati rice. And that's what you'll see what I mean in a minute. It'll work out perfect. All right, the next thing is I'm going to add the zest of these limes. I've already zested one, and I just kind of rejected zesting for years, but man, it works great, and it does a lot. There's the zest of that one lime you see right there. So I think you can see it, yeah. And I'm going to zest the other one, and then all of that is going in to the rice after I've got all the liquids in and before I press the rice feature. And that's what I use on the Instant Pot. And for this particular recipe, I do a lot of things different on a lot of different rice cooks, but on this one, it's 2 to 1 water to rice, or coconut water to rice, and the rice feature. And I do the 8-minute cook. You'll see when I press it, it comes up to 8. You can make it go to 12 or 14, but I'm going to use the 8 minutes. So all that being said, one thing I'd also say, avocado oil. I love it. I use it for searing and a lot of other things. It's got a 500-degree smoke point. It's a really great item I've just recently found. And if it does impart or add a flavor to cilantro lime rice, it's not going to be a bad one. It'll be good. So after all that's done, I will, once the rice is finished, I'll cut off these heavy stems. Then I'll roll this up tight, and I'll either snip it with these herb shears, or I'll just chop it till I get a rather fine looking chop. I mean, just common sense. That's all it is. And all that's going in there at that time, along with the juice of one of these limes. Now, if I don't think it's has enough lime, these are fairly large. So if I don't think it has enough lime, then I'll cut the other one and add it also. So, gonna get that started. Gonna get this saute going. Gonna get that rice in with that oil and let that kind of get warm. And then we're gonna add that water and or add the coconut water and the zest. And I'll be right back. Y'all hang on. Okay, so the zest of both those limes, I brought that rice and oil to not far above room temperature. I just got it warm. That's all I was doing. It's got nothing to do with sauteing. It's just, that's what the function's called. That doesn't mean that's what I was doing. In the avocado oil. The entire container of the coconut water, the zest of both of these limes are in there. So, mix it up. Whoops, did a little splattering. Mix it up a little bit. I think you can see about what that looks like. And like I said, these are fairly large, so I'm not sure I'll need the juice of both of them because that zest is going to add quite a bit. So now, put the lid on, put it to seal, rice feature on 8 minutes. See if you can see that. I'll lower this down a little bit. I think you can. If you can't, take my word, it's on 8 minutes and it has started. So I'll be back in just a minute where we're going to quick release and I'll show you what we got. Okay, so there goes the timer and it has completed its rice cook. And all we have to do now is bleed it down, open it up, and see how it looks and get the stuff on there. So when that's done, I'll be right back. Okay, so there goes the pan. All we got to do now, I may have to move the camera a little bit so I can show you inside there as we open it, but we don't want to steam the camera up, so there it is. And yeah, I got the camera a little bit. I'm going to stir that up a little bit. I wanted to do it when you can see it because a lot of people think that's too much liquid and that it doesn't do right, but 2-to-1 with basmati in this Instant Pot has never given me a problem. Now you can see some of that zest, and I'm having a little trouble doing this with this hand, so bear with me. I want you to see the end result and all the way to the bottom, and I think you can. It's not. There's no liquids left or anything like that. The rice is. I mean, it looks excellent. I don't know how else you would, I mean, that looks like perfect rice to me. So all we got to do now is I'm going to raise this camera a little bit, which I should have already done, but I didn't. So I'm going to raise this camera so you can see in there a little bit. This is about 1.5 bunches of that cilantro and one of those limes. So we're going to add that because I feel like that'll be close. I didn't use all of one of the bunches because I just didn't feel it was going to need it. And I tried to cut the stems out best I could, so sometimes that takes away a good bit. You could use the stems. But anyhow. And I'm going to let this, I'm going to probably close this back down and let it sit a minute. And then look at it again. Because some of the, I think it just works better after it sits a minute. And I'd rather it be closed because I don't want it to get, I don't want all the liquids. Even though I'm 2-to-1, you can see it's definitely not too much liquid. And you can see also that it's good looking rice, I think it is. And to me, it makes an excellent cilantro rice. I'm going to go ahead and pull out a slight bit of it and I'm going to set the lid back on. I'm going to let that cool a minute. And I'm going to see how hot it is right now. And that is really close. Obviously, some salt, and I'll put some sea salt. Just a little bit. That's up to you. I'll probably put what I like. I would say teaspoon, but whatever you like. But that is really, really close to what I want. It may get, well, I need to let it sit a minute, but it may get a half of another lime and maybe a little more cilantro. You know what? I don't think so. No more cilantro, maybe a little more lime. But I'm gonna let that absorb just a minute. And we're gonna put it in a bowl and we're gonna make a decision. I'll be right back. Okay, so it sat for 8 minutes right now. And I mean, it looks beautiful to me. I did take this right here and just finish off those 2 limes I had, or the 2 halves. I never cut the other one. And I'm going to add that and what little residual cilantro was there. And we're fixing to put this in a bowl. And I feel positive that's going to be pretty much right on. And for me, it's exactly what I want. You may say you need more of one or something, but to me, I have a feeling with that little bit of extra lime, well, let's just see. There's no doubt. That's it. I want to go after I turn the camera off. I realize it does have plenty of lime flavor. It's not needing it. If it needs anything, it's a little bit of salt, which I will put on as I put it in a bowl, probably. That's probably the way it should be done. But I'm going to get that in a bowl and I'll be right back. Okay, so here it is with just a slight amount of flake salt on it, which is all it needed. I mean, it's perfect. It really is. It tastes excellent. Of course, you taste the lime, the cilantro, and you can pick up a little bit of that coconut. And I think that adds a lot. Now, I don't taste the avocado oil, but that's a good thing. You don't want to taste the oil you cook thing in. And make sure you can see it. It is, to me, that is as good as I get it. That's it. That's what I'm looking for every time. And I mean, you could even put lime slices and stuff like that where people add extra lime if they want it, but it doesn't, in my opinion, it doesn't need it. Anyhow, in the kitchen with Jelly. Thanks a bunch for watching my video. Like, share, subscribe, all of these below if you would. And y'all come back to see me and have a good night. I'm going to trying to have the fish tacos up. They're excellent too. They go excellent with this right here. So if I get those videoed tonight, I'll try and get them up not long after this. But we'll see how that goes. Bye-bye, y'all.